Alright, we're gonna start this morning right. We're gonna have a nice breakfast smoothie. I have bananas, spinach, kale, apple, blueberries, strawberries, some mango, and some protein hemp powder. Here is our breakfast smoothie all ready to go. Hi everyone, today I am in my chicken coop and I'm going to get it all cleaned out. It's really a mess in here. There are cobwebs everywhere. The walls need to be washed down because, you know, chickens make a huge mess and I just really haven't had the time to do it in a while. So I'm just going to wash everything down and, yeah, hopefully get this place cleaned up a little bit and in a little bit better shape for these chickens. So if you don't know, I just use a camper and keep my chickens in here. But you can see like just the cobwebs that and how dirty the walls are just because in the cupboards, like I leave the cupboards in here because I like to store stuff in there that I want the chickens to get to. But the walls, just cobwebs, it's in rough shape. So we're going to get this cleaned up today and see if it looks any better. Sometimes your chicken coop just needs a really good deep cleaning. And this has actually been a long time coming, so we're going to try to get it washed up the best we can. I'm just using plain dish soap and water. So this is just a small closet inside the coop that's up off the ground. And I just put some fresh hay in there and wash it down on the inside a little bit better. And they usually will lay eggs in there or roost in there, whatever. They aren't laying right now. They completely stopped laying. And it's probably due to the change in weather. I did kick them all out, but they're slowly sneaking back in. So we're going to finish and do some more cleaning. I'm just using some plain dish soap. I didn't want to use any harsh chemicals, and it washes just as good. Alright, the door's a little cleaner. A little progress. So I usually just keep this closed, but it had a ton of cobwebs. I do have some holes I need to patch up in there. But it's cleaner, and I got hay stored up for winter. And now we'll get to the outside. Pretty grubby, huh? Okay, so I got the front end of the coop cleaned, the walls washed down. They look a lot better. But this window, I think that I'm going to take the screen off because it really is harboring a ton of nasty dust. So I think we can cut down on the dust inside the coop by just taking the screens out and putting a hardware cloth up. Okay, so the windows in here are already looking better. I took the screen off, and I'm still going to put hardware cloth over them. This one already has the hardware cloth because it only has the one glass pane. So I'm going to put it over this one as well just for some added protection. But it really got rid of all that dust and cobwebs and junk that was in the windows. Alright, so the camper coop is a lot cleaner now. Much better. I'll leave this open for them so they can go in. It's a lot better than it was. I am going to wait a little bit longer to put plastic on the window because it's still been quite warm during the day, so all that fresh air will be good for them. I don't know if you guys can see, like there are hundreds of little bees all over this bush. It's crazy. So I found some more tomatoes. They were hiding over in the other garden, and they're really, really green, but I'm going to bring them inside and see if I can ripen them up because they look like really, really nice tomatoes. I've got this little patch of chives here that I want to cut down and bring them in the house and dehydrate them, so I'll have them over the winter. I got some oregano here, but you can see how little it is. It didn't get very tall at all. It's just really, really small. So I'm not really sure what to do with that. It smells so good though. All right, we got some tomatoes and some chives. My purple kale plant is just starting to take off. I'm not really sure why, but I love this purple kale. It's so pretty. So maybe I'll be able to actually harvest before winter. Got a little bit of celery here. Kinda not looking real good, but I'm gonna give it to the bunnies. They love celery. They're happy little bunnies today. We actually lost one of our bunnies yesterday. I'm not really sure what happened, but I come out to feed them and it was just dead in the cage, and I didn't know what had happened. I still don't know what happened, but poor little guy. So we are down to 6, 2 in each cage, and so hopefully this will work out good. They are just munching the celery down. They're so cute. So our salad greens inside the greenhouse are doing good. Lots of germination. So hopefully we're going to have lots of lettuce. And my mint that I brought into the greenhouse so the frost wouldn't kill it and I could get to it when I could. So After I dehydrate the chives, I'm going to dehydrate some mint. It's October 10th and I have a couple roses that are still looking like they want to bloom. I've never had roses this late in the year. Even on this bush over here. Here's another celery plant that I harvested today, and this one's a pretty good size. So I'm gonna take that in, put it in the fridge. This was the celery plant that I just picked, and look at the roots on this thing. It's pretty cool. I really just want to get this garden cleaned up and done, and so that I don't have to worry about it over the winter. But it is a slow progress. My carrots are getting bigger. I'm just going to leave them in the ground as long as they can.
What are these plants called?
They're carrots.
Oh. Is the green beans growing yet?
No, the green beans are done. We didn't have much for green beans this year.
Oh.
Wasn't a good year for green beans.
Really cold. Mommy, not down.
Yeah, that's okay. What are you guys doing today?
Nothing.
Did you come to help me?
No, we just wanted to come see you in here.
Oh. Alright, so I have these rose cuttings that have rooted, and they're in a little tiny container. I don't remember how many I put in there, but I'm going to transfer them to this bigger container for the winter time, so they really get established well in some good soil. You can see the nice root system already started on them. And these are wild roses, like just the pink wild ones that spread like crazy. This one here has an awesome root system going. It's nice and green. It's even got new green leaves on it. It's going to be a really nice rose bush. Alright, I got them all transplanted to their new home, and they all have pretty good roots on them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. So we have 10 new rose bushes. And I was going to leave them in here for the winter and then transplant them to their own pot in the spring. It's definitely fall here. You can hear the leaves falling off the trees. It's such a beautiful time. And it has continued to stay nice and warm during the day at least. You can see all the beautiful fall colors. we don't have much for neighbors up here. This is kind of a dirt road. The dirt road is actually right next to our house on the right. And the most we have up here are campers. I guess nobody's crazy enough to live up here full time in the snow that we get. But it's pretty quiet up here most of the year. Tomorrow we're going to try to tackle these strawberry plants and get them to their new home in the other garden. So hopefully I will make a good dent in the strawberry garden tomorrow. She's already loving her new nesting box I made her. Oh, she's feisty. Are you mad? She does not like to be petted at all. She's really mad. Alright, I'll leave you alone.